Hello YouTube, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and this is going to be the monthly meat haul episode, which obviously I've been, putting out once a month since we meet every month, and I usually pick up some pretty cool stuff. So it's awesome to have a local club together that meets every month, and we kind of sell stuff to the public, and it's just a really fun time to get together with fellow Diecast nerds. So if you don't have one in your area, first place to start would probably be Facebook. See who else is collecting in your area and stuff like that. Make friends with the competition, so to speak, and then just kind of go from there. That's how it grew, was through Facebook, basically. But anyway, it's been really awesome. So I got some stuff from there. I'm going to show that, and then I also got a couple of things in the mail, and I'm going to show those as well. I'm still pushing off the stuff I got from Japan that I alluded to in my last week's episode. We're probably going to push that back to the next episode. We'll see. Just because this is the stuff that's more relevant at the moment. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at this stuff per usual. And yeah, so let's start with some mail. I actually got this today. This is an Ultra Red from the newest series. This is Premium 2019 Release 1. It is the Dodge Polara. 500 Max Wedge. Super stoked to get this. I got this off a Facebook group. It was Auto World Collector group on Facebook, which I definitely recommend if you're an Auto World Collector to go ahead and join. I participate in the group as much as I possibly can. It's pretty cool. It's a guy named Corey. He's also on Instagram as Rocky Mountain HWC. At Rocky Mountain HWC. He just started his Instagram. Anyway, he's a really cool dude. It was a really easy trade, so I was really happy to just score one of these finally. He had found it on a crushed car, or crushed bubble, and I knew it was going to be messed up, but the car looks fine, and I definitely wanted it. So we're going to go ahead and open up that in the next segment. And then, also in the mail, two more Ultra Reds. This is kind of going to be an Ultra Red video. There's 5 of them here for this video. I got 2 Ultra Reds from at BamaFan_2714_RTR. So he was selling a bunch of Ultra Reds on IG and hooked me up. So this is what we got. The Shell. This was a Miho exclusive Ultra Red in Shell livery. I think it was Miho exclusive. It was a hobby exclusive nonetheless. So I've got the regular one. There was a Shell one and a Texaco Mustang that came out at the same time. And they both have their own Ultra Reds. This is the Shell one. I'm still missing the Texaco one. So happy to grab that. And then this one I'm really actually stoked to get. Not only because is it a Firebird. Okay, it's a Firebird Ultra Red. Also, it's from the weirdest series in Auto World, which is Auto World Release, Premium Release 5. Okay, before they started numbering the series by year, which started in 2017, this was Premium Release 5. It's a strange release because it's got an A, B, a C, and a D set, which they've only done for 2 releases. And on top of that, some of the cars that are in the A and B release, and the C and D release, so some of the cars actually have different Ultra Reds depending on whether it's an AB or it's a CD. Okay? And on top of that, this Firebird also has a Walmart exclusive, both A and B release, and its own Ultra Red. So there's actually 3 different variations of this Ultra Red. I am missing the Walmart one, but I will show you in the second segment what the difference is between the AB, A/B one, and the B/C Ultra Red is. They both don't have a bird on the hood. The Walmart exclusive one does, but we'll talk more about that in the second segment of the video. So I was really stoked to get this and prove that this is actually different. It's hard to tell because some of the ones, the CD one and the AB one, they don't have different Ultra Reds. Okay, I hope that was somewhat easy to follow. Someday when I do complete that series, which I'm getting closer and closer now, I'll go over that in detail. But for now, that's what you get. All right, so on to the meat stuff. I picked up this Blackwall GMC Motorhome in green. I actually already have it, but I snagged it because it was cheap, and it's really cool, and to be honest, I wasn't sure if I had it or not. I thought I might have had it still carded. So I thought maybe I could get rid of the carded one and just keep this loose one because it's in really good shape. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's a little dirty, but other than that, it's in really good shape. So I'll show that close up in the second segment of the video. I already know someone that might be interested in this, Mr. Angel AR Hotbox. If you don't have that one, that might be one I know you might be into. And then I picked up this Datsun 620 just because it was $1 and I couldn't leave it behind. I mean, I know I already have it in red, but I don't know, it's an extra one. I'll just kind of vault it or whatever, and then maybe somebody will need it down the road. You never know. So I'm not going to open up that one. And then I got a couple of Boulevard cars, a Triumph TR6 and a 67 Pontiac Firebird. So 67 Pontiac Firebird in orange and a Triumph TR6 in this cool purple color. We'll open up both of these. To my knowledge, I don't have this orange one, this orange Firebird. I know I don't have the Triumph for sure, so I don't have any example of that Triumph casting. I don't think there's been many that have been out, so I was happy to find those. Those were also pretty cheap. And then I got this from my buddy Crazy Todd. This is a 73 Pontiac Firebird. Happy 4th of July. I did not have this one. So another bird I didn't have, so we'll add that to the flock and open that one up. And then also, let's just stick with the stuff from Todd here for a moment. From Todd, he picked me up this from the store, Racing Champions Mint 1975 van. This is the, what is this, the set A. I have the set B one already, and actually it's like right here. There's the set B one. Really cool release from Racing Champions, by the way. And then this is the set A, which I did not have, so I'm going to be opening up that. Racing Champions is pretty tough to come by in my area. There's only one store that carries it, and you know, with round 2 distribution, it's the easiest thing to find is Johnny Lightning. After that, good luck. All right, so in the stores anyway. And then I got a couple of Auto Worlds from Todd. Todd is just kind of cleaning out his Auto World stuff. I picked up these two, couldn't leave them behind, Dodge Polara and this Galaxy. These are getting vaulted, so these are just getting put away. I already have them loose. I don't really need them, but I mean, but I do need them, right? And then this Toys R Us exclusive 1964 Pontiac Grand Prix, right there. This is going to my buddy Tor. Tor's super cool dude. Hung out with him at the convention. I think I told you guys about him at that time. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. Super awesome dude. I'm trying to help him with some Auto World that he's missing. So this was one of the things that he was missing, so I'm going to set that aside for him. So none of that Auto World stuff's getting opened up. However, these two items will get opened up, and they're both Ultra Roads. We've got the 1966 Mercury Comet Caliente from Premium Release 3. Believe it or not, this is a tough one to get usually because Premium Release 3 just wasn't easy to find, and neither was the licensed Premium Release 3. So this one and this one, this is a deluxe one, 2017 Release 1 Deluxe, when they brought back the Deluxe series for one release. This is the last Ultra Red I needed from that series, this IROC Camaro. So super stoked to get that. That completes that set. So I will be doing a full complete set video of it. But I know those set videos get pretty long if I have to open everything. So we're just going to open this one right now. Even though it's the last one I needed for the series, and usually I at least save the last one for the series to open up on camera during the showing of the series. Forget about it. We're just going to go ahead and open that up. Now both of these were from Donovan, who is from my local state. Donovan, I forgot what your YouTube name was. He used to post not Instagram, used to post YouTube videos, in-store videos, back in the old days, back in like the Jason Fry days of YouTube, if you guys remember those. And he used to post videos, in-store videos at that time. And he's actually from La Crosse, which is all the way across the state for me, but still in Wisconsin. So fellow Wisconsinite. Cool dude, and he hooked me up with these two. So thank you very much for checking these two off my list. I really do appreciate it. And then my buddy Josh Shampoo had some extra Inno 64. So not really common to find Inno 64 at my local meet, but there's a piece. He had a bunch of different ones, or a couple of different ones. This is the one I was interested in because it's a civilian deco. There's no like racing decos or anything like that. It's just a Honda Integra Type R DC5, and I thought it was pretty cool, so we're going to check it out. We already know it's probably not going to roll and all that jazz, so you can bet on it now if you want to, but my guess is those wheels do not move. So that's it, guys. So overall, not a ton of stuff, but we did manage to, I mean, literally check 5 Ultra Reds off of my list. That's pretty awesome. And we got some other cool stuff. So we'll look at this stuff in the second segment, so stick around and stay tuned. Okay, let's start by taking a quick look at this Inno 64 Honda Integra Type R DC5. Typical packaging for Inno 64. We'll go ahead and slide it out here. I mean, these are very nice looking, especially if you guys want to keep your cars displayed in like a nice little case and stuff. But I just find it takes up a little too much space and stuff like that, and I would rather just display them in a display case. So of course I'm going to unscrew it from the base. I do save all the packaging just in case, rainy day, if I want to get rid of something, or you know, if you need to move or anything like that. The case is very, very nice though. Here it is. Ooh, hey. Does it actually roll? It's trying to. Oh, the wheels actually do turn all the way around in the wheel wells. This back one's actually not that bad. Okay, that's a huge surprise. Normally these things don't roll at all. At least in my experience, Inno 64 is a non-rolling display, static display only piece. But they are pretty nice. So here it is. Looks pretty good. The detail is definitely there. You've got actually reflection stuff in the mirrors. You got inserted detail for the tail lights and the headlights. Little Honda logo there. Little license plate holder. Another license plate in the back. You got a little bit of detail on the exhaust. Let's take a look at the underside of the car. It's got some detail. Screwed together, so you could unscrew it and essentially maybe fix these wheels. They have a flat spot on the bottom of the wheel from where they were pressed up against the case that they're sitting on. So they do have a flat spot. Other than that, I think this thing would actually, yeah, it really wouldn't roll, but sort of rolls. And they also have, you can see brake calipers in there and discs inside the wheels. So that looks pretty good too. I mean, all in all, it's a very detailed piece. You got the detailed interior as well. You can see the blue seats in there. It's a nice car. Inno just doesn't really do many castings that I'm a huge fan of. They've done a ton of like Honda stuff, and I'm not a big time Honda guy, so I'm not super into them. But this thing I thought looked really nice as a little civilian model of the little just standardized deco for this car. The defogger in the back there looks really cool too. So pretty neat little car. Add it to the premium diecast collection. Pretty awesome. Alright, so we'll take that, we'll add that, and then let's take a look real quick at this GMC Motorhome just to show you it. See, it's in pretty good shape. It looks worse now on camera that I'm looking at it, but the only real, I think, issues with it is just actually this window is just dirty. I think you could probably clean it up and it would look a bit better, but it's really not bad. So there you can see what the price tag was on it. $4. I think that was worth it. So pretty cool to get that, even though I already had it. But it's a nice one. I like this casting. It's one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings, so that's pretty cool. And just like I said, a little dirt up here too. So it just needs to be cleaned up a little bit, I think, and I think it'll shine. Sticking with Hot Wheels for a moment, let's just open this Firebird up. The '73 Pontiac Firebird. 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Copyright date 2013, so these were probably out in 2014. I like this Firebird casting. I was missing this car, and now I am no longer missing this car for this collection. This actually, now that I think about it, this may be the last one I needed to actually complete the set or be current with this particular casting. It very well might be. I'll find out when I look at my spreadsheet. Yes, I'm a complete nerd when it comes to this stuff, and I do keep track of a lot of the castings I like, to keep track of what I have and what I don't have, what I'm looking for in Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is a great little tool for that. So I kind of make a little spreadsheet, and I know what I've got, what I don't got. So this one I know I was missing. I just don't know if it's the last one I was missing. I think it actually is. All right, and next, let's take a look. Actually, let's stick with Hot Wheels just for a moment. 67 Pontiac Firebird Boulevard. This is a cool one. I don't believe I have this one. I don't think my sheet is updated for it, though, so if I do have it, I'm going to have two loose, and then eventually we'll have to get rid of this one. It just seems familiar to me for some reason, but I don't think it was this one. I think the reason why I'm thinking that is because I do have the orange GTO, which I think was a Boulevard car. That's like orange and white, so maybe I'm thinking of that one. I don't know. Either way, now I have this one for sure. Another Firebird. Sweet casting. Boulevard series was a pretty cool one. They were not full deco, though. As you can see, we got no headlights, we got no taillights, but it was a premium, semi-premium release from Hot Wheels. Probably most famous for the Datsun Wagon 510. It debuted in that series, and of course, the rest is history for that casting. So, pretty cool. There's that Firebird. All right, and then lastly for the Hot Wheels arena, we have the Triumph TR6. I don't know, this is just cool. TR6 is a cool car, and to my knowledge, I don't think there's many variations of this car. I don't think they released very many of this particular casting. I don't think there's very many variations. In fact, I don't really even know of any. I think there might have been one other one that I know of. And I'm just kind of guessing here. We got a wonky eye up in front there. Little slip of the little slip of the headlight tampo. Little TR6 in there, looks cool. But kind of goofy, right? Because you got these. So this one has tampos on the headlights, on the sides, on the top, nothing on the tail, which looks goofy because from the side you get the start of what would be tail lights, and then it doesn't continue onto the back. So, still a cool release. Don't know how often you're going to see. Actually, those are red. They're not really purple. They're actually red rims. They look a lot purple because of the car, but they're actually red in there. I didn't even notice that. In the package, I thought they were purple. All right, so there's that, and then Racing Champions before we get to Ultra Red talk. This 1975 Chevrolet van. Add this to my extensive van collection. Shout out to that van guy whose van collection puts mine to shame because he collects all sorts of van castings I don't even collect, but lots of cool stuff. So here's the Racing Champions van. Metal body, metal base. It's got plastic bumpers, plastic insert for the grille and headlights, and plastic back bumper, plastic front bumper, and a sweet, majestic deco on the side of some horses or stallions. How cool is that? Oh, the back opens on this one too, but I am definitely just not going to screw with it. I know I could probably get it open. It probably will shut good after I open it. I just don't want to monkey with it and have to try to get it to shut good. That's the problem with opening parts. Sometimes they're done really well. Sometimes they're done okay. This tooling is actually pretty old from Racing Champions, so we're just going to leave that back shut. There's really nothing in there to look at, to my knowledge. Anyway. think it's just empty back there. Now you guys got me wanting to look. I'm not going to do it. All right. Pretty cool though, huh? That's a sweet van. Who doesn't like vans? You're crazy. All right. Next up, we're going to do a quick little Ultra Red talk here with this Trans Am. And I just realized, hang on one second, I forgot to grab the other one. And I did put it right over here. Okay, so this one is the one that I just got. And it is from the C or D card Ultra Red Trans Am. There's the plate, Bird Brain. That is the plate on all of them. A, B, C, and D releases. It's the same license plate. And then this is the Ultra Red from the A or B. Okay. No bird on the hood. No bird on the hood. You will notice that maybe right off, and I don't know how obvious it's going to be in the camera, that the difference in hue of these, this one is a lot darker than this one. But I don't think that's an intentional variation. That is probably just a variation in how these things were painted at the factory. Just one ended up being a little darker. This paint itself probably gets darker the more layers you put on it, being it's kind of a semi-translucent, and there's like a metal flake underneath is what it looks like. So those tend to get darker the more layers you put on, and this one just looks like it got painted pretty thick, and that's why it's darker in color. So that I don't think is the difference. The difference is, let's see if you can pick it out. Take a look at the side of this car. Take a look at the side of this car. Can you see it? Do you see it yet? Take a look at the back of this car. Take a look at the back of this car. And do you see it yet? You probably do. It should be pretty obvious at this point. The difference is the typing. Trans Am. Trans Am on the back is yellow over here. Trans Am on here is actually red-ish on here. And then on the side, Trans Am is yellow. The 455 is yellow. And on here, it is, if you can focus on it, it is red. It's kind of red with a white outline. Okay? That is the difference between these two. I don't see any other differences anyway. Oh yeah, even the writing on the front too. Trans Am, that's yellow. That is not yellow, that is red. That is a difference. And the reason why that's a difference is because the when they do the production of these, likely they usually follow the set A or the set B card. They produce them probably at the same time. So this is produced after the set A card, which the set A card is, or the set A card, the set A car is yellow, and I think it's got the yellow Trans Am, or maybe it's green. Hang on. Whatever. Either way, it really doesn't matter. The point is that it's got yellow on it, whatever set this is after, and then this one's after the blue car, which has, which I believe is set C, and it's got this color Trans Am printing on it. So that's how they vary. So there actually is a variation in this one. But cool to have it. So now I'm close to being complete. The only thing I need now is the one that's a Walmart exclusive that's got a Firebird on the hood from this release. And I think the Firebird is yellow. So it should be a pretty easy one to pick out in pictures if someone's got one to trade. I kind of just caught that someone had this one. Obama fan had this one. And I'm like, please send me a picture of the license plate, the back of the car. And I knew the minute I saw it, I'm like, yep, that one, that Trans Am printing right there is different. So I'm like, yes, let's pick that up. All right, so the next one we're going to take a look at real quick is this Shell Mustang. This casting's pretty cool from Auto World. They did redo like the tampo scheme for the headlights on this one in future releases that actually look a lot better than just the silver, you know, swipe. But on this car in particular, it looks pretty good just because it's got some racing livery going on with it. The hood opens really, really easy. You can see the detailed motor inside there. And just a great looking little car. The Texaco one I think looks a lot cooler. So I definitely still need that one. So if anybody has an extra one of those they want to get rid of, please let me know, because I would love to have it. I also like how it's got the yellow writing Goodyears on the tires. It just looks really good. Even as kind of an oddball ultra red. The regular release looks good. This looks good. It's all good. All right. And then we got to open up some stuff. Let's go from oldest to newest. We'll start with this right here, 1966 Mercury Comet Caliente. This is how the back of the card looked for release 3. There it is. They didn't put a year on it. Explanation on the back here of how ultra reds are. 3% of our production run in gorgeous metallic red, randomly mixed in. This copyright date is 2014 on the back of this package, and we're going to go ahead and open it up. Now this is, I think, predates when they purposely made the boxes fit the blister, but this one actually might fit it. Let's go ahead and try it. Back when these first came out, some of them fit, some of them didn't. Now they purposely make them so they do fit. This one does fit, so that's cool. So that will get stored, and then this will get displayed. This is probably one of my least favorite castings from Auto World. I think I actually said that in a 10 Car Tuesday episode, this last one, which had Auto World cars. But the Mercury Comet, just not a very exciting car, I guess. Pretty plain Jane. Hot 66. But really cool to check one of the Ultra Reds from this release off of the list. I think, glancing at my wall right now, because these are organized fairly well where I can tell what I'm missing. I'm missing the Impala from this release in an Ultra Red, and the Kingswood Estate Ultra Red I am missing from this release in an Ultra Red. So 2 more and I'll have this release completed, but these are just kind of, they don't come up very often. You can't just go into eBay and just grab one, you know. They just don't come up all that often. But very cool to get that. It's a very beautiful piece. All right, and then this one right here. These are actually really limited, by the way. 1256. That's pretty limited. So you have to multiply that by 2 and take 3% of that. That's actually how many there are, casting-wise. As long as you don't count the different cards as a variation. But here it is. It looks pretty sharp. You got white line there, white IROC Z. This is one of those ones that fooled some people because some people thought that the regular release was an Ultra Red. The regular release was a maroon in color. And I don't know. When you see an Ultra Red, though, I mean, at least, obviously, I have a trained eye for it at this point because I have a ton of these cars, but there was a lot of people posting the regular release when these came out asking if it was an Ultra Red. And in pictures, it is pretty tough to tell, actually, in pictures, unless it's got a really discernible feature. But very nice piece here. Really cool Camaro. I actually liked the Deluxe line from Auto World. I thought they were pretty cool, and they were inexpensive. So it's a good entry point for people in Auto World. Maybe the only gripe was the wheels. They only had 2 different wheel types. And maybe if they would have expanded that out a little bit, that would have been cool. I wonder what it took for them to actually put rubber wheels on and prototypical wheels and just leave a plastic base, and how much cost and no opening parts and how much cost that would save. And if they could keep putting out really good looking models like this, because as far as the detail goes, I mean, it's all there. I mean, you got headlights, you got taillights. The other thing is the quality control on these cars seems to be really, really good too on these deluxe models. So I think you can still get cases of these. Might be worth it if any of you need them. They're probably not very expensive. All right, so then the 1963 Dodge Polara 500 Max Wedge in the most recent series of Auto Worlds is limited edition 104,000. So they're getting up there now. There's going to be 8,000 total of this casting in this released. 4,000 in this color and 4,000 in the other color. And then, so Ultra Reds are going to be 3% of that entire production line of 8,000. And that's how many of these there are. So that's like shakes out to like 250 something, right? Something like that. But I like this casting a lot. And here it is in an Ultra Red, and this is the first Ultra Red from this series that I get to check off. The box is a little demolished, which, you know, is fine with me. I don't keep the boxes to keep them pristine. I just keep them to possibly store the car if I need to. And this one will still sort of work for that if I, well, maybe it will, if I need it to. I've got some extra Auto World boxes too I can always use. But there you go. Pretty nice. I like how it looks. So the features of these cars, I believe, are going to be Ultra Red body, white interior, white base. Okay, not the white tires. The white tires are actually the ivory colored, or white rims that are actually the ivory colored rims from the regular set A release of this car. So that's actually normal. You know what's funny is I just realized I don't have any of this series loose yet. They're all carded still. So this one's going to sit lonely in the case as my first opened car for that 2019 Release 1 series. Not a bad one to open first. I love the look of the grille of these cars. That detail in there is just super cool. Stage 2. Just a great looking car. This is a cool car from Auto World. I really like it. And then the Max Wedge version where they have the hood scoops in the front. That looks pretty awesome too. So big fan of that one. Big fan of this tooling. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I managed to stretch her out to 30 minutes ish. And we got a lot of Ultra Reds to add to the collection, so I'm super stoked about that. So thank you guys very much again for watching another episode. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please check out my subscriber, mascardisplays.com. Put in the promo code CHAMPION for 10% off. Those displays are pretty awesome. They do fit large Auto World castings such as this Polara. Not all cases will fit this straight up in the case, so they do, and that's great. So check them out. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, you know, ding the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Shoot me a comment with any questions or added information to the video. I always appreciate added information that I don't have. If you've got information about any of the cars, please share it. People that read through the comments will check it out. I check it out, and I think it's great. So thank you very much, and have a great day.